Among all the stories about the fate of certain jewelry, I am most interested in the cases of unusual metamorphoses that have befallen jewelry over time. Passing from hand to hand, changing owners, the majestic creations of jewelers could change, sometimes beyond recognition. Thus, the precious tiara of the future Empress of France was part of the turbulent and unpredictable history of the country during the reign of Napoleon Bonaparte. You remember the amazing love story of Napoleon and Josephine de Beauharnais, don't you? The beloved was older than her chosen one in age, and therefore could not give birth to the desired heir. Through the prism of centuries watching the romantic and sad history of their union, I sincerely sympathize with this beautiful woman. After all, the active Napoleon could not afford to leave the empire without an heir to the throne. That's why he was looking for a new wife and potential mother of his future son. And with his beloved Josephine, he officially divorced. The new empress was the Austrian princess Marie-Louise, who a year after his marriage to Napoleon, gave birth to his long-awaited son. The newly married husband presented the chosen one with a truly royal wedding gift, a parure of magnificent jewelry, divinely shining emerald tiara, which was to adorn the intricate hairstyles of the regent of the French Empire. A comb, exquisite earrings and necklace in gold and silver, masterfully encrusted with 874 diamonds, 264 pink diamonds, 32 emeralds, and one massive emerald crystal weighing 13.75 carats. The fashion for tiaras is now rapidly returning as part of a delightful hairstyle at a wedding reception or other festive occasion. A modern, skillfully executed tiara, even as a good costume jewelry, will make your image unique. Well, and Marie-Louise very much appreciated the jewelry gift of Napoleon, on occasions certainly put on jewelry and did not want to part with it even in critical situations. Thus, the threatening events of French history forced the former empress to flee in a hurry. She went to Vienna to her aunt, going on the road with the most necessary and dear to her things. Among them was a wedding jewelry set. Already in the 20th century, in 1953, the heirs of the Duchess of Parma, after the death of her husband, Marie-Louise ruled a small duchy, sold a unique parure to one of the most famous jewelry companies. Unfortunately, the triad of jewelry was split into pieces. Over the next 2 years, the beautiful stones were removed from the tiara and sold under the name Emeralds of Napoleon's historic tiara. At this point, I involuntarily sigh with regret. They were replaced by Persian turquoise. How do you feel about this stone beauty, the color of the sky reflected in the ocean? Despite the fact that the bluish stones with green reflections look amazingly harmonious with the diamonds of the tiara, such transformations of jewelry still make me sad. The former ruler of France settled to the end of her days in Parma, whose citizens revered her as their most beloved ruler. She acquired her own court, changed 2 more favorite husbands, but she was famous for her good deeds. Under her was built a grand theater, numerous bridges, much-needed hospitals and schools for children. For a long time, there were rumors that the modified treasure of Marie-Louise disappeared into oblivion. However, the trace of the tiara has not been lost. Today, the historic tiara is an exhibit at the National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C., under the Smithsonian Institution. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the Jewelry Stories channel, and click on the bell not to miss new videos.